The holidays are coming. It's really hard to get this watch, blah, blah, blah. I like to party. What's up, guys? I tried to buy this client's watch, but will he accept? Guys, this isn't just a business. This is a test. What does that mean? If you want to actually do well in the jewelry industry, trading watches, whatever you want to call it, you actually have to be able to get good buys. You have to be able to actually purchase watches at a good price. A lot of people ask me like, oh, Chris, I want to buy a watch and make money. That's not what owning a watch is about. If you're in the business of watches, you have to make money. Is what it comes down to. Most people that want to make money and not be in the business end up losing money in the long run. Over the long run. Maybe they make a few deals, but they end up losing money at some point or another. We have to make money. I have payroll, we have insurance, we have shipping, we have all of the things. So when it comes to buying watches, sometimes it's not the easiest. But the true test is, can you buy the watch at a good price that's fair for the seller and be able to make enough margin on it to cover expenses and, of course, create some profit for you, the owner, the business, whatever. So last week, I was just randomly on Facebook late at night. I think it was a Sunday, right? It's a Sunday night. This guy, we're going to leave names out of it. This guy, he messages me, and I hadn't talked to this guy in months, maybe half a year, maybe a year. I actually don't know. I used to bump into him at the gym, at a gym that I worked out at. I would bump into him every day. Guy's in great shape. Religiously, he's in the gym every day, 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that. I would usually walk into the gym between 6:30 and 7. He'd be on his way out. I'd always say hello, and that's pretty much it. We talked a few times. I gave him a couple of tips on, building muscle and so on and so forth, but nothing more than that. But he followed me on Facebook, so he sees the stories that I put out. And he messages me on a Sunday night and he says, hey, Chris, I have a brand new Rolex GMT Batgirl, unworn, unsized, dated today. Do you want to buy it? Now, the thing about a Batgirl is everybody wants a Batgirl, right? Very, very in-demand watch. Top 3 in-demand Rolexes. Everybody wants a Batgirl. Thousands of them trade on the secondary market on a daily basis. People think you can't get them from the AD. He got one. He waited on the list for 4 years. In 2021, he put his name on the list. In 2025, he got the call. Now, here's the thing about Batgirls is MSRP is, with tax, about $12,000. 11 and change with tax, 12 grand. On the secondary market for retail price, they trade 19,000, 20,000, say 19 to 20, okay? Brand new. Everything we're talking is brand new, unworn, all right? Wholesale deal, they're 18 grand, okay? So MSRP is 12 with tax, wholesale is 18, retail is 20. We'll say that, okay? Anybody that gets a Batgirl that doesn't want it knows they can sell it and make a profit. So he didn't want it. He wanted to sell it. He wanted to make a profit. But I have to be able to buy it to make a profit as well. So how did this work? He said, hey, listen, it's brand new. He was trying to sell me. The holidays are coming. It's really hard to get this watch, blah, blah, blah. This, that, everything else. I'm like, bro, it's not hard to get this watch. And I appreciate it, but let's just talk numbers. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't understand how the industry actually works. These watches are readily available. You just have to pay a premium. 4 years on a waiting list is like what the public thinks is how it works, but that's not how it works. But that's for a show for a different day. So I said, all right, man, what do you want for it? He says, I want 18 grand for it. I said, oh, I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so he knows what these watches sell for. But what if I have to sell it for 18 grand? Or what if I sell it? What if we sell it at Warrior Time for 18 grand? I can't pay what I'm going to sell it for. I have to get it for less, and I know my margins. I know my gross profit margins. I know my net margins. I know what I need to cover expenses. I know what I need to hit EBITDA goals, yada, yada, yada. So I know what I need to pay for this thing. So I said, hey, listen, I'll give you 16 grand. I know that with tax, he paid 12. I know that's $4,000 of profit for him. And he comes back, he hems and haws, he comes back, he says, 16.5. And I said, listen, man, I appreciate the offer. Okay. Thank you. I can pay you 16 grand. Okay. There's not a lot of people that are going to have $16,000 to pay you for this watch. I am. I will. Okay. If you want the 16 grand, it's yours. Okay. If you want it for 16 grand, I need you to send me pictures. I need to inspect it. When you bring it here, I'm going to authenticate it and I'll pay you on the spot via wire. And he says, oh no, it came out of a AD. It's legit. You don't have to authenticate it. Don't worry about it. And I was like, hey, I appreciate your perspective. Rolex isn't the most transparent when it comes to swapped bezels, swapped dials, polished links, even though it's brand new, service parts and movements. But that is a show for another day as well. I've seen fake boxes coming out of ADs. I've seen aftermarket bracelets. The list goes on. So you can't trust it just because it's out of an AD. You can't trust really anything in this industry. You can only trust yourself. So he reassured me and I said, just send me the pictures. Okay. I'll take a look. We'll set up an appointment. You come by the office. All right. If it's real, I'll give you the 16 grand. So he started at 18. I was at 16. He came back at 16.5. I stood on 16. Okay. Very good. So he says, okay, sends me the pictures, so on and so forth. Everything checks out. Now, did he show up for the appointment is the question. Well, as you can see, he showed up. We inspected it. We went through everything. Everything ended up being legit. And it is 3 days old. So, was I able to make the deal work? Is the client happy? You know, truth be told, we sold this for 19 within 12 hours. So what does that mean? Buy at 16, sell at 19, we made $3,000. Okay, beautiful. Guess what? The guy that sold it to me made $4,000. And it's a new, happy client. And that is what's most important. Everybody makes money. Everybody's happy. The end user that bought this is going to be happy. We're happy. Our client is happy. Everybody's happy. Everybody makes money. And that, in my opinion, is a good deal. Why? Everybody's happy. Everybody makes money. Okay, guys, listen, if behind the scenes info on deals like this interests you, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I will make more of this content for you so you can learn more of what happens behind the scenes. All right? If you like this video, stay tuned. You'll like the next one too. Peace.